What's happening, everyone? This is season 2, episode 1, and today we're gonna dive into the dance world. So today's guest goes by the name of Frances Jane. Now, she has a very special story, and it all started around 2012 in South America. Not knowing what she was getting into, believe it or not, her mission today is to connect people from different communities all over the world through the universal language dance. And her mission is also to bridge the gap between cultures so that people can enjoy and express and really feel as one. We also got the chance to really talk about the importance of sharing your gift, the importance of connecting and networking, and the impact it actually has to actually create a tribe that will support your movement so you can take it further and really spread your mission to the world. So without further ado, we're going to kick off season 2, guys. Enjoy this episode. Peace. All right, welcome to another episode of What's Your Art? So today we have a very, very special guest. We got Frances in the building. Hey, Frances.
Hello.
What's Your Art? The documentary series. Frances is an amazing and incredible dancer. She specializes in a lot of styles, especially with Brazilian zouk, Caribbean zouk, bachata, salsa, kizomba. I had to literally write this down because it's a lot of styles. So welcome to the show, Frances.
Thank you.
So how's it been so far with everything that's going on right now?
It has been a bit tricky adjusting to a kind of non-dancing environment, but I have managed to dance at home a bit, and the kind of good thing about dance is you can just dance anywhere, obviously. So yeah, I've been at home, and then if I've been out and about and I just seen a beautiful view and I want to dance there, then I've just gone for it. So yeah, been able to adapt in my own way, but I do miss dancing with other people, and the styles that I do are like very close kind of styles, so very sensual. So I will probably be not doing that for a little while longer.
We're going to start off with your dance journey. I know it started around 2012. So, how did this all come about? Did you almost feel like one day, you know what, I love dancing, I just want to give it a shot? Or was it with you for a long time and then you exploded in 2012?
So it was an accident, really. When I was in Buenos Aires, I was there for about 6 weeks, and it was the World Tango Festival. And me and my long boots all the way from the UK, just turning up to a class with the world's best tango dancers there, teaching in Spanish, which I didn't speak. I just decided, I'll just give it a go. I didn't really understand the rules of etiquette in dance in terms of, you would go to a class like that if you'd probably been dancing for a number of years before. I didn't really know that there were levels and things like that. So yeah, I probably annoyed a few Argentinians who had been waiting all year for this amazing congress, and then I just turned up without any dance shoes or any prior knowledge of the dance.
So you didn't really have any dance background when you came to that. You were straight away exposed to that. So what was that feeling like when you saw it? What went through your mind to be like, you know what, I want to try this out? Not having any dance shoes or not knowing how everything works, you just stepped in. What was that feeling like?
Yeah, it was, I guess, 2 key moments. One of them was that feeling of intensity and passion, which was a really nice emotion that you don't feel in any other situation. So one big memory of tango, I was right, after that failed lesson with all these experts, I'll go and have a private lesson. So I had one, and I got to the top of this apartment building in the center of Buenos Aires, and it had a glass box above on the roof. So you couldn't go outside, but it was this amazing just glass room.
Right.
And smooth floor, and I had a private lesson with a tango dancer, and then suddenly it was just torrential rain pouring down on the top, and so it was just a flow of just water just coming over the box. And it was just and then the intensity of the tango music was just so strong, and then it was that whole pathetic fallacy kind of thing that they do in films, but in real life.
In real life,
people were really kind, and they would say, oh, do you want to dance? And you know, you don't speak the same language, but it's being able to connect with people
I love that.
across, like, you know, for me, a very new form of dance that I didn't really know much of, but you can still connect with that person that, I don't know, you have a completely different background to. You can't communicate in many ways, but you really try your hardest to.
Absolutely.
And I think, like the second moment where I felt that was when I went to Peru, and I just got pulled up in front of a live salsa band, didn't know any steps, but suddenly I was being spun around and it looked like I knew exactly what I was doing.
And I love the fact how you didn't know the language, but you know, it didn't really matter. As soon as you start dancing, you kind of almost speak the same language because you understand everything through movement. And then you kind of evolved into like studying and then doing a master's dissertation in salsa. Like, what inspired you to do
that? So weirdly, I studied politics and psychology, then fell in love towards the end of that degree with dance. So even though I'd already applied for my master's, I went to do public policy. I thought, actually, you know what, I really want to do a dissertation on something that I'm passionate about and not some mundane topic that I'm going to spend months and months on and I have no interest. I was really interested in the concept of social capital and just basically bringing people together around the world from different backgrounds. As I said, you know, I had that experience myself, and I think the most amazing thing, not just about salsa, but any dance where you've got partners, and really any dance where it's solo, is that you can go to another country, turn up at a class or a club where they're dancing it, and like you are just one of them, like you're friends already. You've got a commonality that's so strong. You've got a passion for something that I wanted to be able to highlight that, I guess, in an academic way.
When you're passionate about something, you find so much experience, life experience that you've gained as well, for you to share that with somebody to make their day better, to help them, to put a smile on their face. And you do that through various different things, and there's no limit as a creative. And you brought that into the academic side of things, educational side of things. I hope people can take something from this, where if you're really passionate about something, you need to share that experience, because that experience, it's your experience, and people relate to personal experience, personal stories, and which is exactly what you've done. So which is pretty amazing. And that's what I need to really showcase to people who especially starting right now, is to go all out, give it your all for every single opportunity that you get. So that brings me to the next question. Dance styles. Now that's a lot of styles that you do. Again, let's go through this. I had to write this down. Brazilian zouk, Caribbean zouk, bachata, salsa, kizomba. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some as well.
Samba, urban kids.
There you go. We'll put it down in the description. Don't worry, so people will know. So how do you find the time to kind of jump into all of these styles and kind of master and teach it and perform it?
Yeah, it's a good question, because they're all from different countries as well. So it's not like, you could kind of go to one event or go to a country and then suddenly be able to dance them all. So it's interesting. I'd say, I started with salsa because that was something that most people know about. And bachata is kind of closely linked. So it's completely a different dance and from a different country. It's from the Dominican Republic. And there are different styles within that as well. But you do tend now at most events to get salsa and bachata, and you're kind of expected that you might know a little bit of the other one if you do one. But I suddenly, once I'd done salsa, it's very forward and back, spin, 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 move your hips. I loved all of that stuff. But then I saw with bachata, with the music, at that time I enjoyed the kind of sensual, romantic music. It was with guitars, it's kind of bass. and you could move your body and flow and everything. So I fell in love with that.
And then I know you started to teach, you know, you've been in music videos, you're creating your own videos, and you're connecting with different people, and you like to call it your dance family, which is a global connection.
As anything, you know, what you put in, then that kind of gets given out to you, and sometimes you don't expect how that will be. You know, dance is a kind of experience for me where I can be myself truly, and you know, I have a different kind of persona potentially at work, and then when I go to dance, I am still me very much. And so if you allow yourself to just let go, be yourself, enjoy yourself, then, you know, for example, when I've done things at Wembley, there's been several different types of events, like busking events outdoors, and you know, you get other people behind you and they're enjoying it as well. Then that somehow, like, there's always a next thing after that, and you don't, as I said, you don't know what it's going to be. So for me, one example was I love it when, like, the singer from a song that I've danced to loves what I've done, and for example, they might share it. Also, most of the time, like, they will have a direct conversation with me and we'll kind of connect because they've made that music, they've crafted that music, and I absolutely love it. In one instance, I've got hundreds of people from Haiti now that are following me on Instagram because I basically did a performance outdoor at the basket event, and so now all of these people from Haiti are like my biggest supporters. So when I record anything, they're like, yeah, like, this is amazing. And I've gone on like Insta lives with the artists and stuff like that. And just from you putting out that video on social, connecting with the artists, and then that led on to people from Haiti, you know, joining your dance journey, and then kind of having another connection there. Wow, that's incredible. Dancers and creatives is to also put things out there, bring to life incredible, like, pieces of art, you know, like that music, in a way that artist can't do it for themselves, even though they deserve it so much, because it's just like a lack of, you know, being able to communicate from one country to another. And you know, if we were all in one place, we would be sharing it because it's just so raw and so good.
Talk to me about the value of connecting with different people.
I think you really create a huge network as soon as you dip into one part of it. I think of it as like, you know, a spider's web. Like, you start over here, just with one opportunity, and you do a music video, for example, and you know, at that shoot there might be 4 other dancers, who knows. Then there'll be like the videographer, there'll be someone, you know, managing the whole production, etc. So as soon as you just start it in, you have got like 10 people at least on your network. So I think what I love is that somehow it comes full circle, like you end up helping someone else.
I know we got the pandemic going on, but when things get better, what's the plan? What's your next step?
I've been thinking about this a lot, actually, under lockdown conditions. I think one thing I really want to do is, and I think it's really important to do, is like define my craft. So be able to say, what is it that I do that sets me apart from other people? And so, you know, one thing that I know I do a lot of in my videos is lots of spins. But coincidentally, I'm kind of like, as an accident, becoming a little bit known for it, which maybe is a good thing. So it started off as maybe a negative because I spend a lot of my video doing a spin. I don't know how many times people want to see me spin, probably not too many. But at the end of the day, I get asked all the time now, especially like in my classes, but also, you know, when people comment on my videos, I can see that it's a recurring theme. They're like, I don't know how you did that. So it's almost like something that you think could become a weakness could become your strength, really. For when things get back to normal, I can kind of come out with, you know, like, this is what I can offer you. Not, you know, necessarily just as a class, but just for the world to like understand me a bit better.
Before we wrap up, I got one question for you. What impact would you like to make in this world with what you do?
I think my answer to that is that I would like to connect people through a universal language, which can be any form of dance, and for them to just be able to enjoy each other's cultures and just be like at one, I guess, with people from all over the world through something so simple. I just feel like there's something really powerful there, as we've kind of touched on, with connecting people through, yeah, this universal language that is dance. And it's something so positive. I think, you know, there can be negatives with dance. I don't necessarily experience them because I've come from a place where it's just all about multiculturalism. It's just all about like diversity and bringing that together, and just like it being an amazing like mix, and I can't see any negatives. So I just wish that everyone would be able to enjoy that and enjoy what I've been able to do, which is have, you know, like a global dance community. Like whenever I go on holiday, I turn up at some dance event and I'm just embraced. Like I'm on my own, I'm not traveling with anyone, and I spend, you know, like 5 hours dancing with people that I've never met and like making connections with them, which is just such a special feeling. And I don't know like how people would feel if they never experienced something like that. So I think if like anyone could just take an ounce of inspiration from my passion for this and just experience that for themselves and feel like so loved and welcomed by people all around the world, then that's what I would want.
And I think you're on the right path. You're on the right journey. It is a journey. It's a long journey, but at least you're playing your part, and you know, you're doing the right thing. So I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing, one step at a time. And I'm glad we can all connect at different points as well in our journeys, as you know, especially throwbacks to our collaborations that we've had, events that we've been together. And it just shows, you know, it's about coming together and then just spreading that positivity and love and bringing culture together. So Francis, I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time. And I just wish you all the best and all the luck and all the love in the world for everything that you got planned for the future. And we definitely got to catch up after all of this is done and celebrate with dance and stuff like that. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you so much.
And love, no problem. No worries.